Hi, I'm attorney Skip Reynolds with Skipton Law Estate Planning and Elder Law here in Centennial, Colorado. And on today's video, I want to talk about the changes that have happened here in 2022 to the federal estate tax, as well as some of the gift tax ramifications here in the year 2022. So there was a lot of conjecture in 2021 that all these changes were going to happen and that they were going to change all the numbers in Washington. Well, it turned out that they actually didn't change things too much. Now, that doesn't mean they won't change them here in 2022 moving forward, but for 2022, we are aware of what the numbers now are. So the good news is they didn't make some of the changes that were talked about. So the biggest potential change was they were talking about changing the estate tax limits. In fact, they did change, but they changed in line with the current law. So what I mean by that is every year from 2018 through the year 2025, the estate tax is set to gradually increase through that time frame. And that's exactly what we saw. So last year, the estate tax allowance, what you could die with each person, so if you're a married couple, you can double it up. Last year, that amount was $11.7 million. This year, it went slightly over 12 million. This year, it is 12,060,000 that each person can die with. So if you're a married couple, you can now have an estate just slightly above $24 million and still be under the estate tax threshold. So what that means for many of us is that we're not worried about the estate tax, because that's a gigantic number for many of us. Now, there are those of us that still have that as a concern, and there are many things that can be done to try to work within the confines of what the current tax rules are. But those are what the numbers are. The other piece is there's a gift tax, and there's two pieces of gift taxing. One is an annual exclusion, so what you can give away each year. And that annual exclusion went from $15,000, where it had been for a number of years, to $16,000. So now, if I had enough money, I could give whomever I wanted $16,000 without having to tell the IRS that I gave it to them. Now, often the question there is, well, does the person who I gave it to have to tell the IRS? And the great attorney answer is, it depends. And the reason that it depends is it depends on what you gave them. If you gave them quote unquote cash, whether it's actual cash or a check or whatever, the likelihood is that there is no ramification for them. If you give them a different type of an asset, such as real estate or stock, it might have a different tax ramification down the road whenever they might sell that asset. But technically, the giftee, the person who receives it, doesn't have to tell the IRS until something is sold, depending on the type of asset it is. But there's also not just the annual exclusion. There is a lifetime gift exclusion, which actually matches what you can die with. So this year we can die with, for the estate tax, just slightly over 12 million. We can also give away during our lifetime an equivalent amount. So many people are concerned about making gifts because they know the 16 number or the 15 number, what it used to be. But the lifetime gift exclusion allows you to give more than just that annual exclusion. And the biggest thing, and obviously talk with your tax provider for this, but you just need to let the IRS know that you made such gifts so they can subtract from the 12 million this year you can give away. So they'll subtract it from what you can give away during your lifetime, but they'll also subtract it from what you can die with. That way, no matter what, whether you give it away or whether you die with it, you never leave someone else more than the 12 million this year in 2022. So always with taxes, I always recommend, don't take my word for it. Talk to your CPA, talk to your accountant before you do any of these things. But being aware of the numbers is helpful. So hopefully you liked this video. If you did, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can hit like, and you can also hit subscribe. If you're watching us on a different form of social media, there's other videos like this, both on our YouTube channel and on our social media accounts as well. And if you really like this content and you'd like to meet me in person, maybe learn more, maybe talk about updating your plan, we do bi-monthly workshops where we talk about powers of attorney, wills, trusts, asset protection from long-term care, probate. What are all of these things? If you'd like to sign up, there's two ways you can. One way is you can go to our website, which is www.skiptonlaw.com. Click on the workshop tab and you can sign up right there, or you can call our office at 720-440-2774 and we'll get you signed up that way as well. Again, my name is Skip Reynolds with Skipton Law, Estate Planning and Elder Law here in Centennial, Colorado. Appreciate your time here. Hopefully you got something from this and you can find other content on our different social media accounts. Thanks so much. Have a great day.